boss. Let's do it, man. You were just around to boost some people's reputation. Or you were an ego booster for some people. So this is a great way to start off the Monday, man. So here's the deal, right? I'm going to tell you a little secret that I learned, right? Because as I stated, there's a lot of videos I've never dropped before. I just break them down in increments, right? So one thing I'm going to tell you, and this happens for a lot of people. You could be empathic. You could be a quiet person. I'm going to teach you something in life, right? Some people will keep you around as an ego booster, a reputation booster, a person who can help change the way others perceive me. So I'm going to explain that to you, right? Let's say I'm known to be, and you all know I'm not on that bullshit, but I'm just giving you an example. Let's say I'm known to be a person who's a badass. I'm reckless. I make dumb decisions, right? Whatever it is, right? I'm troublesome, whatever, right? If I have that reputation on my name and people know me to be a certain type of a way, guess what? That can rub some people the wrong way. Some people can get tired of me and my ways. Some people will damn near want me to what? Force a change in my life. Example, let's say if people know you that you're a problematic person, or you can never do right, or you can never get your shit together, right? I'm going to tell you a game that some people use that changes the perception of others. They try to get around or mingle around other people that can help change the perception that people are, or the way that people see them, if that makes sense to you. So example, if people know me all day long to rob and hurt people, rob and steal and lie and all of this stuff, then all of a sudden now it's like, yo, I'm hanging around the good kids now, or I'm hanging around some nerds now, or I'm hanging around some really good people now, right? To some people, they're going to look at it as, yo, this person's probably changing their life now. That's perception. Remember, it's how you perceive things to be. And this is a game that some people play, especially narcissists. Narcissists love playing this game, bro. People like playing the game of perception. Yo, if people perceive me to be rich or think I have money, then they'll think what? I'm rich, or I'm probably successful. What does that sound like to you? Social media. Look at all of these people who get on social media and play like they have this rich ass lifestyle, but in real reality, they're broke as shit. You feel me? It's what? Perception. So back into the example that I was trying to set for you. If people know me to be a badass or a reckless individual, or I'm down to my last strike right now, guess what? I have to play a different type of game. Because why? My game is going to end unless I change the narrative or change the way what? People perceive me. Give you an example into that, right? This is one of my favorite movies, dog. You ever heard of Class Act? With Kid and Play? They're the same ones who did House Party, all of that stuff, right? Think about it. You had Blade Brown and you had Duncan Penderhughes. If you know the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Blade Brown was a badass, right? Just got out of prison. Judge said, listen, if you get caught in trouble again, that's your ass, right? Guess what? Duncan Penderhughes, you got your whole life ahead of you. You got all the schools that want you. Come to find out, on the first day of school, they ran into each other not knowing, bumped in. Matter of fact, a student hit one of the guidance counselors and their profiles got switched. So Blade Brown became Duncan Penderhughes. Duncan Penderhughes became Blade Brown. You feel me? So the bad kid is looked at as the good guy. The good guy is looked at as what? The bad guy. You feel me? A change of perception. So watch this. Because people perceive Blade to be a good kid now, people changed how they looked at him. People changed the way how they dealt with him. The only people who wouldn't really do that was what? His mother. Because his mother knows who he really is. Then at school, Duncan, oh, you're supposed to be the good kid. No, we look at you as the bad guy because you got Blade's profile. The reason being why I introduced that whole scenario is that there are people who know that they've ran out of luck and ran out of time because they use their card to do fuckery in life. Listen to what I'm telling you. They use their card to do fuckery, and guess what? You're on your last leg now. If you get caught doing some bullshit, guess what? it's a wrap for you. You're going back to prison, or you're going back to jail, or you never change your ways. Guess what? That girl's gonna leave you now for real. There are some people that are on their last leg, so they're gonna do whatever it is that they possibly can to change the way how people view them, even if it means hanging around people that's gonna help change the perception of how people view them. So why I tell you that? There are some games out here I learned from like watching people, my mom, all of that, bro. And as I got older, I started to see something. Remember the story I told you about O'Neal? O'Neal, that's the reason why O'Neal had me around him. Yo, if people see me hanging around you, guess what? That's going to change perception, because people look at me as a wild ass. I'm a hothead. You know how many people after the scenario was like, dog, how did you even get around that nigga, bro? Because it's like y'all two are different. Y'all are like night and day. You feel me? So I understood that. And as my homie told me that, I started to think about it. I was like, yo, what do you mean? He was like, bro, D'Angelo, people know you a decent nigga, but people know who he is too. So it's like, how did y'all get the link? You feel me? So I started thinking about it. That's what makes sense. That's why what's his name wanted me around him all the time. Because that changed the perception of how people would view you. And as well as that, there are some people, I'm going to teach you something. When they see that you're really a good person, or you're better than them, or whatever the case may be, and you shine a light, or you hold up a mirror or like a reflection of who they are, and they see that you're nothing like who they are, because mind you, there are some people who walk around in the world and claim they're a good individual, or they're so wholesome, I'm a genuine person, I wouldn't hurt anybody, until they actually meet somebody that's really like that, everything that they say that they are, and it doesn't match up. That can create somewhat jealousy and envy, because guess what? I'm claiming to be something I'm not when that's who you are. So guess what? I got to change the narrative. So that's how some people can let jealousy get a hold of them. You know what? I'm going to put a bad name on you now. Or I'm going to make you out to be the bad guy. And then run off and live my life and act like, ha ha, I was never the problem. You were the problem. I had to get away from you. This is the crazy part about life. I'm going to teach you something, right? When people put false narratives on you and try to use your name to do fuckery, the same fuckery that they were doing, it's like opening a can of worms, bro. Or letting the cat out of the bag. Because if you're playing these type of games and you don't know what it is that you're doing, you're going to ultimately fry your face and cause a lot of people to want to be like very inquisitive towards you. Like, yo, why isn't this person around? Or, yo, what really happened between you people? Or what happened in this situation? Or, yo, tell me that story you told me again. Sometimes people are looking to add you up to see if you're going to lie, or if you're going to miss a beat, or if your story is still going to stay the same. Understand this, bro. There are some people that have been tricking people for years. And there are some people that still have the wool like over their eyes, like they're blinded, they can't see. Completely fine. Because guess what? There are some people that are that closed off in their mind that they cannot see real reality. They cannot see the games that other people are playing. You feel me? And the reason why I even understand all this stuff, and I even, as much as my mom, like, she's not here no more, that's the one thing I'm really thankful for about my mom, as screwed up as it sounds. I learned, like, grimy games from people, and, like, from my mom in, like, a screwed up way, that I start seeing the games that other people play with people. That's why I would draw from people. That's why I'd rather stay to myself. Because once I got a chance to understand, yo, some people only had me around to change perception of how other people view them. So, yo, you was just really using me. You never really cared about me. You never viewed me as a homie. That's why you were able to try and do what? Do away with me so easily, because you either felt like you got what it is that you wanted, or the game is in your favor. The ball is in your court. If I play a certain game, you'll probably want to come back around me. No, that's fucking weird and grimy, dog. Like, I'm telling you right now, there's some games that people will play just to have people change their just to have people view them in another way that changes their reputation. So, example, there could be somebody who claims that they've changed, or they've turned their life around, or they've done a 360, right? And they go hard to show that I'm a changed individual. If you're really a changed person, you don't have to go out of your way to force it. People should be able to what? Feel it. People should be able to see it. You don't have to tell people, hey, I'm a born again Christian, you know, or I gave my life over to God. You shouldn't have to tell anybody no shit like that. You feel me? It's just like, example, if you know for a fact that you do good out here in the world, that's not your job to prove it to anybody. There's a God that sits high and he looks low. He knows who's doing doing what and who isn't. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand that in life, there are some people who play different types of games because they're on their last leg. People have perceived them, yo, you cannot do right. You're just like you're a true fuck up. You don't get anything right. Any good opportunity given to you, you screw it up. Any friends that you have, you can never keep them. That's another thing. People will study you and your track records, dog. Yo, why is it you fell out with this friend, this friend, this friend, this friend, this friend, this friend, this friend? You can't keep friends, dog. Or you fell out with this lover, this lover, this lover, this spouse, whatever. It's like you can't keep nobody. There's a problem there. You feel me? There's some form of a problem there, bro. That's why I said if you're playing certain games or trying to use certain people, you're gonna be able to help me help the way how change the way how people view me, or you're gonna be able to push me to a higher level. Then I'm gonna throw you away. That's nasty and dirty, my nigga. There's some people who use people like they're like a napkin, dog. Like, I'm done with you now. You know how trashy that is, bro? If you don't really like a person, don't hang around them. And that's another thing. If you're trying to use a person to have them help change the perception of how people view you, and then you try and discard them like they're nothing, guess what? If word gets out of the shit that you really do to people, as I stated before, you fry your face, dog. Because people are going to get a chance to understand, yo, this is the grimy shit you've been doing. Mind you, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. So people are going to be able to catch on. They may not catch on right then and there, but if people sit down and add you up, people are going to give you the full result. You feel me? Just like sometimes some people won't even say, yo, I caught you on this lie, or I did this, that, and the third. They'll just add you up. Until the time comes, they just do away with you. That's all I was doing with my mom. I found out everything my mom was doing was a lie. You know what? I got you, bro. You're not going to change, bro. And you playing on me like I'm a fucking idiot, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's the worst kind of thing, bro. Certain games people run with other people, they don't want other people to run those games with them. That should show you that some people are grimy like that. And as long as the game isn't being ran on them, then it's no problem with it. There's no problem in that. And that's the sucky part about the world. Some people don't have any form of integrity, no morals, no class, bro. Don't be out here trying to use people to change the way how, oh man, this person could help change the way how people view me. You don't really care about people. As I stated, there's some people that'll try to learn you to manipulate you or see where you're weak at. Yo, you need friends. Well, guess what? We're the best of friends now. Guess what? It's all a long game that they have up their sleeve, bro. That's why I tell you the story all the time. Once I started learning what O'Neal was doing, after knowing, yo, you're supposed to be teaching me street knowledge and I help you with your rap career. Now I start learning everything and you feel like I'm probably getting too smart or I done caught on. You try to make threats against my life. Then apart from making threats on my life, yo, you know what? You're probably not falling for the threats or anything. You know, I'm going to change the way how other people view you. I'm going to run a smear campaign on you. Because I can't have people learn the lies that I put out there. If it comes back to me, bro, guess what? It's going to fry my face, bro. You got to understand these are games that people play. My mom played this game with me first-handedly. That's how I know about all of these games, bro. Sometimes when people aren't able to obtain the things that they want from you, they're going to try and see what narratives they could put on you. You're not going to fall in line with the games, then I'm just going to go ahead and burn your reputation or do whatever. Bro, let people burn or do whatever it is that they want. Because eventually the truth does come out, bro. And sometimes when people keep people in these false games or these false narratives, the longer that these people stay in these games, and they finally come out of it to learn that, yo, you've been lying for years or whatever the case may be, that could backfire on those very said people who use you for reputation and clout. You get what I'm saying? That being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I am to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. Just understand this in the world, bro. To use somebody to change perception or pretend like you care about somebody or they're your friends, I'm telling you, sometimes the games that you create for yourself, those very same games that you run on other people, they could turn around and come right back to you. And if you have to go through the games that you put other people through, I guarantee you, it's going to make you feel sick. That's why I say, yo, if you know, don't do that type of stuff. Everybody's a person. Everybody has feelings, bro. I don't care how big and tough a person is. Everybody has feelings. Don't be out here trying to use people at your discretion and then when you fulfilled or succeeded the mission, you wipe your hands and throw them away like they were a piece of paper or a napkin or a paper towel or something. That's dirty, bro. You feel me? Have some more class and decency. Don't be out here treating people the way that you wouldn't want to be treated. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. You feel me? 444 the world, man. Peace.